Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are welcome to the Discovery Show TDS TV here on Facebook and on YouTube. This is a show that seeks to interview professionals in the diaspora who are making significant impact in the area of politics, religion, healthcare, academics, and the likes. And over the past weeks, we have been interviewing people from different areas. This is another opportunity for us to interview another wonderful lady who is making significant impact in her own area. My name is Precious Adadidiodu, your regular host, and I'm executively produced by Mr. James Kobina Opon. And this interview is sponsored by Henbeck 60 Hub. Henbeck 60 Hub. I'll come back to tell you a bit more about Henbeck 60 Hub. Thank you very much. This evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are watching us from across the globe, we are speaking to Mrs. Priscilla Agokabo Fachu. You are welcome, Priscilla.
Thank you so much. My name is Obibisevima Priscilla Agokabo Fachu.
Amazing, amazing. It's better I reserved that part for you. I didn't want to commit myself. So Priscilla is a biomedical scientist and also the founder of, we'll come back to that. Let me leave the biomedical scientist for now, and then we come back to that into detail. But she has an NGO as well, which is doing an amazing job, and we want to come back to that very quickly. So Priscilla, I have known you for almost 11 years. 11 years. And of course, there are a lot I don't know about you. I just know a little about you. Other people also watching you who may not know you. Tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Priscilla?
Okay. Priscilla is still a growing child, and she's a biomedical scientist in the UK and a graduate of Masters of Science in Public Health and a Master of Research in Biomedical Science and Translational Medicine, and currently a PhD student at the Liverpool John Moores University, studying cardiac physiology. And I run a foundation called the Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation. And our target audience are those living in the rural communities who have less or nothing for themselves. And we provide water, safe drinking water, toilet facilities, food, healthcare, and everything they would need.
You see, interestingly, you within less than 2 minutes, you've said a lot of things, very great and wonderful things. I'm sure you might want to take a bit of time to delve into that a bit more. You train in KNUST, like you didn't mention. That's why I met you, obviously. And then you hold 2 different masters, and now you are doing a PhD in cardiac physiology. So all along, all the physiology you were actually studying back on campus. You really love that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Congratulations. So how has the journey been so far over these past years, from one study to the other, one study to the other? You literally haven't rested, isn't it? How has it been?
No, I have not rested because my husband will let me rest, actually. He's always there to push you to do whatever you want to do, whatever you set your mind to do. So after graduation from KNUST, that was in 2014, I studied medical laboratory science, technology, and then I went straight ahead to do a master's in public health. And after that, I had to go back to Nigeria to do a national service and also do an internship, which is required of us for medical laboratory scientists, a 1-year internship. And after the 1-year internship, you're certified as a medical laboratory scientist in the country. You're given a license to practice. So after the practice and everything, I had to return back because I applied for a Master of Research in Biomedical Science at the University of Liverpool, and I was given that as well. So I came and did the Biomedical Science and Translational Medicine. So from there, I realized that there was something called HCPC. I met a fine gentleman who introduced me to it, and he said, okay, this is what you have to do. These are the documents you have to get. And then at first he listed everything for me. So I have to get I don't know, do you want me to go deep into it right now, or you come
we,
back?
we are definitely coming to that. We have a whole lot of time to delve into that. So, I mean, just hold on. Don't worry about that. But I mean, quite interestingly, from, I mean, medical lab technology to public health, and then you did something in, did you say neuroscience?
No, biomedical science and translation.
Biomedical science and translation and medicine, isn't it? And then you are now doing something in cardiac physiology. Of course, all these are health related, but how do all of them come together for you? Do you think everything is coming together for you? Are you finding an intersection across all these fields that you've studied so far?
I think everything is coming together for me. Let's use the public health as an example. I run an NGO and I meet people, my team and I will meet people on a daily basis that we have to relate with them in that level. I don't just want to run an NGO because people are running it. I want to have a certification. So if someone asks you today, okay, so you're running this, you're into public health, you're providing this for people, what do you have to show for it? So that covers it. And then the biomedical science, we go into laboratory investigation, examination, and provide results to guide the medical practitioners on what to do. So if I'm going into a rural area and I want to test for the human papillomavirus, for example, I have an upper hand because I've been taught or because I have a certificate to show that, okay, yes, you can do it. So everything comes together in alignment to help save lives and impact lives as well.
That's interesting. That's interesting. And then what about cardiac physiology? I mean, just on the lighter note, I'm sure back on campus while we were doing all these physiologists and all, they were too much for us, isn't it, at a point in time? So where did you develop the interest and where are you heading towards with this?
I'm not going to lie, it's still too much, but I have a great supervisor who is there to break down everything for you. And my research mostly is on looking at the cardiac mechanics in heart failure with preserved ejection fraction. And what I intend to do with that is provide an avenue for the Black man, especially because we tend to consume a lot of things that affect our health. And so I want to, after that, provide an avenue where you could have yourself tested. And if there's any signs and symptoms of heart failure, it could be detected on time, and then you get the necessary treatment you need just to save your life.
Interesting, interesting. That's great. I mean, viewers, we are speaking to Mrs. Priscilla Agokabo Fachu. She has a first name, which is a bit Obipi Sebima. Did I get that right?
Oh, you tried.
I tried. Fantastic, fantastic. And what did you say that mean? What was the meaning of that?
Obipi Sebima. My dad said it means you're not looking down on someone because you don't know what the person will be tomorrow.
Wow. And that's a great message. That's a great message. We don't need to look down on anyone because you never know what someone will become tomorrow. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Priscilla, for agreeing to sit with us. She's also a biomedical scientist and also the CEO or the founder of Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation, which is an NGO that is doing amazingly well. We'll come back to talk about that. But this show is ably produced by Mr. James Kobina Opon. I am your host, Precious Adadidudu, and this show is actually sponsored by Henbeck 60 Hub. I'll come back to tell you about Henbeck 60 in a short while. So Priscilla, tell us, I mean, you are a biomedical scientist. Like you said, you trained in KNUST back in Ghana, but you did your service or your national service basically, or your NY, you call it NYSC, isn't
NYSC, yes.
In Nigeria. And then of course you came here to practice in the UK. Tell us, this is the time. Tell us about the process. What does it take for someone, wherever the person is watching us from, a biomedical scientist, to register and get into the HCPC here in the UK?
Okay, the HCPC is not a really difficult, it takes time to get it, but it's not a really difficult process if you've got all your documents. So first you need your certificate from your school indicating that this is what you studied. Secondly, you need a transcript. Thirdly, you need like a course outline in details of everything you've studied from first year to final year. If it's a 4-year course in your university, or if it's a 5-year course in your university, you need that as well. You need a recommendation letter from either where you did your internship or from the school. Also, you need to provide an official email address. So if, for instance, you're using the Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria, you need to provide an official email address. And you also need to get a contact of someone there that will be able to respond to the email, because people are very busy right now. And then you also need to, because people like evidence. You can't tell me you're a biomedical scientist if you cannot write 1 or 2 sentences about your specimen reception, how you undergo your fasting blood sugar test in your laboratory, even though it's a manual or an automated technique. They want to see that write-up. You write it for them, state it how you've done it, whatever you've done to get to that result. They all want to say it. And when you're done, you get your documents and you DHL it to them. Basically, that is it. So it's not really a long process, but you have to get the right documents, else they will delay you. And then you also have to prove that you've got your English proficiency. In some situations, if you've got your WAEC results or your WASI and is okay, and your English is maybe C4 and above, in some cases they accept it. In minimal cases, they ask you to write an IELTS exam. But in other cases, they just accept it. And the process takes about 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks for them to look into your documents, contact the necessary people they want to contact. And if if they've gone through your document, then they will send you an email stating that you should pay the sum of about, when I did mine, it was about £480. So I don't know if they've increased it right now. And then you make that payment. Once you make that payment, they continue contacting the emails, the names, and everything you've sent. That is why it's important that before you fill the form, you should contact the people you're using their email ID, so they'll be able to respond when HCPC contacts them, because you getting the license as linked to them responding on time. So when they do that, okay, HCPC will be able to facilitate the process for you. And after that, you could send them an email. If you don't hear from them between 3 to 4 weeks, you send them an email saying that, okay, you've sent your documents across, what is happening? They will usually take a day or 2 to respond, but they'll respond telling you if they've received your documents, if something is missing from your documents and everything. After you've passed that process, then you go ahead to pay your £196 for you to get the license. So once you get the license, you're certified biomedical scientist right now in the UK. And then you can now apply for jobs to get the jobs. With that, it's easy, because if you just go online to apply for biomedical scientist role, most of them will ask you for the HCPC license, the number. So some of my friends that have been able to guide through, they were able to get the license from HCPC. So it's a step-by-step process. If you miss one step, they will tell you to send back the documents to them. So you have to follow it detail by detail and everything. So that's it.
Interesting, Priscilla. Guess what? A lot of people have been contacting me to ask when I'm bringing a biomedical scientist onto this platform to educate them about the process. I'm sure because you've done it over and over again, it looks very simple. You've literally rattled everything in 2 minutes. If you don't mind, are you able to go over this? Probably take your time. I mean, go over that gradually for people to absorb that, grab that, so that they can also come up here. If I'm in Ghana, if I'm in Nigeria, wherever I'm watching you from all over the world, if I'm a biomedical scientist, you train as a medical lab technologist, whichever name people do call it, and you want to register and work in the UK, please take us through again, step by step.
Okay, step-by-step process. You visit the HCPC website. You just Google it, HCPC. The first link that comes up, you click on it, you look for the international application form. That's the first form you have to download. And then you look for the course outline form. That's the second form you have to download. And then there's another form called the equality and diversity form. That's the third form you have to download. It's on the HCPC website. Now for the international application form, that's where you provide the details of the Association of Medical Laboratory Science Council you're registered in your country, their email address, their phone number. And then there also, it gives you the opportunity to list your work experiences as well, which hospital you've served, the experiences you've gotten. And for the course outline, you have to get a stamp from your school. So let's say, for instance, from Kwame Nkrumah University, all I did through a friend was to contact the secretary for the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences, Medical Laboratory Technology. And then you get a stamp because the front page has to be stamped. There's a stamp requirement there. So you stamp it and attach the course outline you will get from the school to that particular form. So I've listed 3 documents you need to get.
Yeah.
Then you have your BSc certificates. That is very important. And you have your transcript. Everything is photocopied. They don't need your original. And you have your transcripts. Then you have your, what's it called? Course outline, BSc certificate, transcripts. Then I always advise that you list what you've done. So the biomedical scientists people in the UK, they want experience. So they know that you don't have the UK experience yet. And they feel, or they are aware that in most cases that we do the manual stuff. So they want to see you write down those manual stuffs you've done. If you're doing lipid profile, how did you arrive at the results for lipid profile? If you're doing fasting blood sugar, how did you arrive at fasting blood sugar? They want to see everything. If you're doing xanthochromia, how did you arrive on getting the CSF results for this patient, for that patient? So I always advise, even if it's an A4 sheet, maybe 1 page, you write it down, the step-by-step process, how you received the sample, how was the sample, how everything, everything you did to get to that particular result, you just attach it to your application. That way it makes your application go faster and smoothly. Like when I did I attached those documents, and it didn't take about the normal 8 weeks people do take or longer. I got it within 4 weeks. They contacted me and said, okay, we are trying to reach this person, so you need to pay your money, so we'll be able to contact the rest people for you. And within 6 weeks max, I got my license. So that was because I took an advice of a senior colleague that's been in the system to attach all those documents that people would see as not necessary to prove that, okay, you've done this and you've done that. We don't need more proof from you. So this what we have is okay. And that was it.
Fantastic. Thank you very, very, very much, Priscilla. Viewers, we are speaking to Mrs. Priscilla Agokabo Fachu. She's a biomedical scientist, a PhD student, and also the founder of Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation. It's an NGO that is doing amazingly well. We'll come back to talk about that just in a bit. But Priscilla, just a few questions for you. I know, in Ghana, for example, we have people who train at the diploma level. Lab tech, for the medical lab technologies. Qualification. If you have same in Nigeria, even if you do not have, what I want to know is that does the HCPC accept diploma holders as well, just as the NMC accepts diploma for nurses?
Yes, they do. But they have to work hard to get the license. So the write-ups I talked about, they have to write more to get it. But if in a situation where they don't want to apply straight to HCPC, they can break into the system and apply as an MLA. With the MLA,
Sorry, I know we are using a lot of abbreviations. We've spoken about HCPs. If you can explain that, MLA, if you can explain that, people might be wondering what all these things mean.
Okay, the HCPC is a body, so it's health and care professions council. Is a body responsible for licensing various healthcare professionals in the United Kingdom. Okay, so the MLA is the medical laboratory assistants. So you can also break through using that means before you get your HCPC, because with the MLA, you don't really need the HCPC to work as an MLA. So with the diplomas, they can apply and get it as well. So far as you've got the certificate and you can prove that you've done it.
Okay, so for the purpose of clarification, if I do get you well, if you're a diploma holder and a degree holder, you wouldn't qualify from the same grade or the same band, isn't it?
No, you wouldn't qualify from there are different bands. You wouldn't qualify from the same band and the same grade.
Okay, great. I know at the moment, I mean, to be a biomedical, that's on shortage occupation list, isn't it?
Yes.
So, I mean, just for nurses, we know that a lot of the NHS actually invest in recruiting nurses, paying for almost everything. Is it the same for biomedical scientists or MLAs?
I would say it's actually the same, because ours is a bit tricky because they tell us they need us, but when you apply and then you do the interview, they tell you you don't really have the what's it called?
Qualifications.
No, you have the qualifications, but you don't really have the
experience
they are looking for. So I always advise that if you really want to come in as a biomedical scientist, Scotland has a lot of spaces to accommodate people as biomedical scientists. The North has a lot of spaces to accommodate people as a biomedical scientist. And there are also local agencies that are ready to sponsor you as a biomedical scientist, yes. So in most NHS, you might be lucky to get in, but they would take the people that they already have here and then train them. Or in some cases, they will take you in, but they will take you in as a band 5, not a band 6.
So do you suggest, or are you suggesting that the first qualification band for a biomedical scientist is band 6? Is that the case?
Okay, what happens here is we come in as a band 6 because as international. But in a normal day, you start as a band 5 and then you do what is called a specialist portfolio.
Okay.
So when you do the specialist portfolio, it takes you to the band 6. So that's you're now called a specialist biomedical science in biochemistry, a specialist biomedical scientist in hematology.
Okay.
So, yes. So most cases, they start from a band 5.
Band 5. And what band does the MLAs start from, the diploma holders?
They start from a band 2, band 3, and then some progress to be associate practitioners. So they go to a band 4.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Priscilla Agokabo-Fachu, who is a biomedical scientist and also the founder of Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation. We'll come back to delve more into this registration processes, and when I go to the chat and anyone also have any questions in line with this, we'll definitely come back to you. So thank you very much for being very generous with us today and explaining all these things to us.
Life is a journey and sometimes can be a lonely road. When friends and loved ones forsake you, all you got to do is to be bold. I knew it years ago that those who undermined me had their minds undermined, but I never mind. They should keep on undermining because I'm a real good. I must undergo mining. Talking of mining, it leads to discovery. We mine to discover, we learn to discover, we observe to discover. Friends can uncover you at the same time discover you. But I don't want to discover you, I would rather discover more, so I go on the internet and I listen to words of wisdom and intellect. Availability of information, interviews of great men and women all over the diaspora and all nations. Creativity at its best, dexterity of research, no need to go through any formal education. I introduce you to the Discovery Show. Let your friends and your family know the struggles before the blow, their highs and their lows. Pay attention to the show, it will make you feel at ease. The Discovery Show on YouTube got the steez. Now Perry, the presenter, please pose for the camera. I want to hear you say cheese. We are airborne like a flu. I want to hear you sneeze. True. The Discovery Show is live on air, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. See ya. TDS TV, Yearn to Learn. Host, Perry Precious. Executive Producer, James.
Thank you, viewers. We so much appreciate your time, your comments, everything here. We are speaking to Mrs. Priscilla Agokabo-Facho, who is a biomedical scientist, and she shared great insights with us so far. She's taken us the process of registering as an overseas biomedical scientist, or MLA, here in the UK. And I am your host, Precious Adadi Diodu. This show is ably produced by Mr. James Kwabena Opon and sponsored by Henbeck 60 Hub. You might be wondering what Henbeck 60 Hub is. So all over the world, wherever you are, if you want to ship or sell anything, including clothes, footwears, watches, bags, and books, you have them somewhere in the world and you want to ship them to another part of the world, or you want this particular agency to give you the best of shopping, give you the best of these items, buy them and then ship it to wherever you are, they are the best people to do it for you. It is Henbeck 60 Hub. Henbeck is spelled HENBECK 60 Hub, HUB, Henbeck 60 Hub. You can contact Henbeck 60 Hub on +233 546 022 952. I take that again, +233 546 022 952. Or you can send them an email at henbecktravels@gmail.com. henbecktravels@gmail.com. Henbeck is spelled HENBECK travels@gmail.com, or just visit them on Facebook, Henbeck 60 Hub. They are the proud sponsors of this program. So again, if you need footwears, if you need clothes, if you need watches, if you need bags and books, please contact Henbeck 60 Hub. They are our proud sponsors, and we so much appreciate. Just to run through the people who are here watching and joining us with their precious time. My own teacher back in junior high school, junior secondary school, now a Reverend Minister, Reverend Samuel Kwame Kranting. Thank you so much, Reverend, for always tuning in and watching us every 2 weeks. God richly bless you. My own friend and brother, Samuel Atrim. Thank you very much, Prof, for watching. Michael Hoji says, I'm watching live. Thank you so much. And then Reverend Samuel Kwame Kranting says, thanks for the education. Thank you so much, sir. Dorcas Opokwajima, Mrs. Atrim says, amazing. Thank you so much. Samuel Atrim says, I like how she smoothly links her laboratory work with real life relatable applications. So that is Atrim, our own Atrim back on campus. Thank you very much, Atrim. Ahmed Sani Ahmad says, this is amazing. Thank you, Ahmad. And I can see my own senior brother, Evans Dudu, watching. Thank you very much. Mame Akosia Boama is also watching. Nanama Ousu Afosia is watching. Ebobo John Oritwe Weyinimi. Sorry if I didn't get the pronunciation right. It she says, good, or he says, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, John, for watching. So much appreciated. Michael Apia is also watching. Olusola Akinola Odubanjo. I hope I got the pronunciations right. Thank you very much for watching. Please forgive me if I pronounce your name wrongly. I'm learning. Then Irene Fusuhima says, pay attention to this show. It will make you feel at ease. We are airborne like a flu. Thank you for the lines, Irene. Thank you. My brother says, good evening, long time, housework. Thank you, bro. Everything is fine. And then Dr. Josephine Abuajimins, my own wife, watching as well. And then Arabella. Thank you, sister, for watching. God bless you. It's been a long time, sister. God bless you. So thanks again for being here. We are speaking to Mrs. Priscilla Agokabo Fachu, who is a biomedical scientist and also the founder of Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation, which is an NGO. So, Priscilla, let's talk about Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation. What does it entail?
Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation, GIRIF, is a foundation that's solely into catering for the people living in the rural communities who have been abandoned by the government, the people, and they have no means of livelihood. So we go into there and we give them, we'll provide the basic amenities to them, we'll preach Christ to them, and we make sure we impact their lives positively before we leave. That's what we do. And we are into cervical cancer awareness program, sensitization program. We are into the test cure project by providing safe drinking water for people in the rural communities. We are into provision of toilets for people. That's where the public health comes in. And then we are also into youth education, youth, adults, especially the girl child. Yes, that's really what we do.
So, I mean, these are mind-blowing activities. And I mean, I said to you the other day that within a space of about 7 years, you are doing amazingly well, Priscilla. No two ways about that. I mean, you are not just focusing on academics. You're a family woman. You are doing other things. You are into NGOs. I mean, we are going to delve into this. Yesterday, for example, I saw your status. People had done great things, outreaches and all that. These are mind-blowing. If you say you are into toilets, you are into water, you are into cervical cancer, what do you really mean? If you say you are into them, how are you doing that? I mean, what exactly do you do for these people, and what is the scope of all your catchment area? Which people do you reach out to? Is it anyone at all? You have specific people, specific countries you reach out to. Just go into that, more into that.
Okay, let me take the cervical cancer. We cut across both religion and tribe. For our foundation, we don't segregate or keep people one side. So for the cervical cancer, the human papilloma virus, we're trying to introduce the importance of the vaccine to the women, because we lost an elderly woman to cervical cancer. That was last year, and that was really hurtful. And I made up my mind that, okay, it's better I create the awareness, no matter what it's going to take, and let me save the ones I know I can save through that, and also tell them that there's a vaccine out there for you to take, for you to make sure you don't get the virus, for you to tell your daughters, your sisters, they don't get the virus. So we started a campaign. And in that campaign, you just have to send us your picture. We create a flyer for you, and then it goes viral. And through this campaign was how I met my family in the northern part of Nigeria. I met also some families in Ghana as well. And we decided to come together to organize a sensitization program.
Great.
To educate more people so we are not limited. So if I say, because we are a foundation, we have to be limited. Our name is Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation. So we are everywhere. Everywhere there are human beings, everywhere there are people that need our help, we're there. And as far as we are able to get the funding to provide for them, we'll do that. Because right now, we are currently looking at vaccinating about 100 women in the South, and partnering with a foundation to vaccinate and test about 1,500 women in the North as well for the virus and give them the vaccine.
Fantastic. So tell me, if you say everywhere, how, I mean, where I come from, if I need, let's say, I mean, borehole, I need any other water project, any other thing, how will I be able to apply to you? I'm just using myself as an example. How do people reach out to your organization to say, okay, we need this here, are you able to help?
Okay, first, we have a website where you could download whatever is going on in your community. So you just give us a write-up and a picture, video, and then is you could download it on our website, or you could upload it, on our website, and then we seek for funds through there. And also we do Facebook ads as well. So if there's a project, like a test cure project, this community needs water, this community needs toilet, we have a target audience. Facebook gives you the ability to get your target audience, and then through there, you leave us with a message. Like last week, I think I got a message from someone living in one of the rural communities, and he said they need water for their people. And I said, okay, we can't just give you the money like that to do the water project or anything. We need evidence to show that you're not scamming us. And then we need also to talk to the elders as well. So if you have to send people over there to talk to the elders, we can do that. So that's how we reach out to people. With internet, you could do anything.
Amazing. Should we assume that Priscilla is very docile? She has a lot of money and she's just dishing it out to help?
Oh no, please.
Out of generosity. How do you generate this fund so that if there's anyone out there watching and want to support you in any way or want to collaborate? I'm asking this because I know probably out of these one, or you said you made friends here and there, and sometimes on your page I see that you and other people do a bit of collaboration. So if there's someone watching who want to, dash you some amount of money to make impact,
Yeah.
How does the person reach you? Or you have sufficient money, you are dusted, you don't need any more money?
Oh, please, we are really open. We have a PayPal account. Currently, we have a GoFundMe page that is on my Facebook account and also on the foundation website. We are trying to create funds to carry out the HPV vaccination. So we solicit from funds for the general public, and sometimes we get little grants to carry out the project. So there's no money on board, so we seek for funds, and we are open to partnership, we are open to collaborations, we are open to anything openable for us to be able to impact lives positively.
Viewers, thank you very much for being here. I have just learned a little bit more about Priscilla, but the truth is that she's trying to be very diplomatic with what she's saying. Priscilla is making a lot of impact, and I said yesterday, for example, I saw her WhatsApp status. They had, even though she's in the UK, people who are working with her actually went on outreach and they touched lives. And I did ask, and she was just giving me a bit of detail. She's basically practicing holistic service and care for these people who come to seek the service of this NGO. It transcends just beyond the healthcare. They give spiritual care and all that. So tell us, Priscilla, so that kindly tell us a bit more about your organization, because I am awestruck by what I have read and what I've seen so far, what you're doing. Maybe there's someone out there who really want to help. Be a bit open, a bit kind, to open up, to tell them what you're doing so we can support you to also make impact.
The foundation is not only about just giving things to people. We mentor them as well. And then there's the spiritual aspect of it. So like yesterday, during the outreach, that was the spiritual part of it. The deaf could hear, people got hold, souls were won. And I think that is the main aim of a foundation. It's not to get the awards, it's not to feel good, it's not to fly, oh, you're going to this place and everything. But are you impacting life positively? And the lives you're impacting, when you leave them, how do they get on with their lives? Do you provide an avenue for them? So we also dive into the spiritual aspect of it, and we dive into mentoring them as well. And through that, we would say that our foundation has been registered in the United Nations database. So that is a step in the right direction. And also, we've tendered our application to be registered as a charity in the United Kingdom. So we are getting there gradually. And the aim is not to be like every other foundation. The aim is to make people stand out and give them what will be useful to them in the next 10 to 15 years. So it's a good foundation to actually invest in, though. It's a good foundation to actually open up to, it's a good foundation for you to help people, because we do the talk. We don't just talk and leave it. We do it and we talk about it, and you see evidence about what we are doing, basically. And it's all about relationships. Some people that are in the foundation, especially my people in the north, I've only seen one of them, but it's about relationship, it's about association and the bond we share to impact lives, basically.
Fantastic, fantastic. And viewers, just to corroborate what she's saying, Priscilla has actually been nominated for, 4 different awards, isn't it? She's already won 2, and there's one already, she's awaiting for the outcome. She's won what we call the Humanitarian Awards Global, and it was, under the best, Sustainable Development Goal 3 advocate, and it tells you that she's doing amazingly well. This is a global award, and so she's won 2 awards already. She's awaiting for outcome of one, which we are hopeful she'll win. 4 nominations in just a short while. It tells you she's doing a lot. And as I'm saying, she's just trying to be very diplomatic about everything she's doing.
So precious to get. I'm actually not doing a lot. My team and I are doing a lot. So I'm not going to take the glory for.
Obviously, I'm talking about the whole foundation, but you are the face of it, I must say. And you are the one on this platform now. So if I say that, with no disrespect to your other colleagues, but your foundation is doing well. And so, viewers, if you have any support, if you want to, collaborate with Priscilla in any particular way to make more impact, please do that. Priscilla, if someone wants to reach out to you, how do they do that?
Or they could send me a message on Facebook and I would respond.
What name do you use on Facebook, Priscilla?
Priscilla Gokabo.
Okay. Amazing. Great. So now let's talk a bit. You spoke about girl child and all that. Tell us about that. What drives you? What exactly are you looking for by being an advocate for girl child? Obviously, I'm asking as an interviewer, what do you seek to attain, or what's the purpose?
Okay. I come from a community where growing up, I saw a lot of teenage pregnancies, and I saw that the life they wanted to live, it's been cut short because they got pregnant, and the discrimination and everything. So, and these are ladies that were very brilliant, and if given the platform, they would excel and they would do exploits. So I said to myself, okay, why don't you win the trust of these ladies? And when you do that, you'll be able to instill 1 or 2 ideas into them and watch them grow. And so far, so good. I think I would say I've been doing a good job on that. So yes, so the girl child is actually something I really, really look forward to, because I know there's something about the girl child that the world is yet to see, and gradually we are going to unravel that.
Okay. Is that a separate advocacy, or that is incorporated into this NGO?
That is incorporated into the NGO. So okay. The NGO is a big thing.
Wow. Viewers, thank you very much for being here. We really appreciate your time. I can see some other people watching as well. Responsible Madamba. I can see Don Bizia Fachu Jr. watching as well. Beatrice Omo Jalo, J. Ellis, Cetra Kokudiabo watching as well. Few other messages. I can also see Data Cynthia watching, Rachel Amponsa, Isaac Achampon watching. Irene Bossman says, Priscilla, long time, best wishes and thanks for sharing your life with us. Ahmad Sani Ahmad says, this is really an amazing interview with my boss. And this is from Ahmad from Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation. So yeah, those are the few messages I can see here as of now. Viewers, please do well to drop your comments, drop your questions. We're definitely going to ask Priscilla, and we encourage you to subscribe to our pages here on YouTube and also on Facebook. So here on Facebook and on YouTube, the name is The Discovery Show TDS TV. The Discovery Show TDS TV. On Instagram and on Twitter, the name is _ or the account is _ The Discovery Show _ TDSTV. The Discovery Show _ TDSTV. And when we say TDSTV, you say Yearn to Learn. The Discovery Show, Yearn to Learn. So the whole idea of this, program is to interview professionals in the diaspora and beyond who are making significant impact in the area of politics, healthcare, religion, academia, and what have you. And basically, the whole idea is that we believe that sometimes with little information, other people will be able to get to greater height. Other people are really looking for opportunities, but they are not exposed to very accurate information. So we will definitely bring people who are making impact in their own area onto this platform. They will share their lives to encourage you, tell you what they are doing, and also enlighten you if you are not already aware of such information. And together we learn. So when we say TDST, or The Discovery Show, you say Yearn to Learn. So The Discovery Show, probably you are saying Yearn to Learn wherever you are watching us from. And my name is Precious Adadidudu. I'm your host, ably produced by Mr. James Kwabena Opon. And I have been interviewing Priscilla Agukabo-Fachu, who is a biomedical scientist. And this interview is made possible by the kind sponsorship of Henbeck 60 Hub. Henbeck 60 Hub. HENBECK 60 Hub. And basically they deal with bags, books, footwears, and watches and clothes. So wherever you want these items to be shipped to, probably you've bought them already, you are elsewhere across the globe and you want it to be shipped to another part of the globe, please contact Henbeck 60 Hub. Or you want them to do the shopping from very, very trusted companies, very quality materials or very quality items, and ship them to wherever you are. Contact Henbeck 60 Hub on +233 546 022 952. I take that again, +233 546 022 952, or Henbeck Travels @gmail.com, or just contact them on Facebook. The name is Henbeck 60 Hub. Henbeck 60 Hub. They are the proud sponsors of this program. And just a second. Thank you very much, viewers, for sticking and staying with us. So, Priscilla, I'm very much aware that you are having, just a second, you're having a human papilloma virus vaccination awareness campaign, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And from what I can see from your page, it says you are doing this in partnership with Better Life Initiatives, and you are embarking on a campaign on human papilloma virus and cervical cancer screening amongst women living in West Africa, specifically Nigeria and Ghana. When is that taking off? Where exactly in Ghana and Nigeria are you having that? What support do you need? Can anyone collaborate with you? For example, I have my formal teacher, or my teacher back in, junior secondary school here, who is now a reverend minister. If you want to invite your organization to come to his church to screen the people, the women there for free of charge, are you happy to do that? Or how do they reach you? Which group of people can invite your organization to come and help them with this screening process?
Like, prior to this question, I said we cut across religion and tribe, so yeah, we are everywhere. And for the program in Nigeria, we are looking at the north and the southern part of Nigeria currently, and we're planning on organizing a rally first to create awareness, and then we intend to carry out this program during the Cervical Cancer Awareness Day, that is next year. And also in Ghana, currently, we've not really gotten a particular spot we want to use for that vaccination program, because I'm still trying to liaise with some midwives I met. So when we are able to do that, then we would. know the location for the program. And then we need funding for the program, actually. I'm not going to lie. So you could just chat me up on Facebook Messenger. If you know someone we could collaborate with, someone we could partner with to make this dream a reality, then you could just chat me up, because I don't want women dying from cervical cancer when there is a solution to a problem. So it really doesn't make sense.
Amazing, amazing. So at the moment, it's still open for bidding and also for funding and all that. So please, I'm very much particular about this. I know I've spent quite a lot of time talking about this because obviously that is all we can do to help people. You can give money to almost everyone, but like you said, all the experiences you've gathered, the education you've gone through and all that, all is coming together, and you are leveraging on that just to help people who might need such support. And for some of us who are privileged to be probably able to afford some of these tests and vaccinations and all that for people, friends and all that, that might look very simple, but people really cannot get even just a screening done. So we will encourage you, if you want to collaborate on a larger program or a larger scale, you having a program you want to collaborate with Priscilla and her team, please reach out to her, and definitely she'll be happy to have you. So thank you very much. Priscilla, let's delve a bit academic. You are a PhD candidate, student almost finishing, isn't it? And of course, I always try to do a bit of academic thing. I know you have about 2 publications. One is on fluorescein-assisted cancer surgery. Since we're talking about cervical cancer and all that, what does this paper entail? Of course, try to break it down into the barest minimum understanding for anyone who is a non-academic to understand. What are its implications? We keep writing papers, doing publication, but this particular thing, what does it mean? What is the implication?
So it's fluorescence cancer surgery, fluorescence-assisted cancer surgery. I wrote that paper with my husband, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mr. Raymond Dombizie Fachu. I hope I got the title right. Is that Mr.?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Shout out to you from the TDS team. And we are still waiting for your message so that we can read to your wife. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that was during the Master of Research in Biomedical and Translational Medicine. So it's basically using fluorescence system to be able to conduct surgeries rather than opening the people up. So the fluorescence is being, it's like a light, so it detects where the tumors are and then is able to shrink them, and that is it. So there's a technique that is not yet, is on board, but is not really known. So we just wrote a paper to create awareness about it.
Is it implemented elsewhere compared to where we are coming from, or it's yet to start all over? You are not being, forthcoming with. So tell us, is it already in place?
It's already in place in some countries, but where I am coming from, I don't know about where you are coming from, but where I am coming from is yet to be implemented.
Okay. So you are creating the awareness, isn't it? And what has been its effectiveness? Is it cost effective? Is it, what is the survival rate and all that? Is it working? Elsewhere where they are being
It's working elsewhere, but it's on the high side, so people can't really afford it. That's why it's really not known at the moment. But it's a good technique rather than cutting the person open and not knowing where the tumor is. The fluorescence could just dictate, okay, this tumor is there, this tumor is there. You could get it from there, and that's it.
That's interesting. And from what you're saying, it looks a bit far off for us to start implementing because it's expensive and all that. Or probably we wait for your foundation to, bring it and then help people to get that use for them. What do you think?
Hopefully we'll get there. That would be a huge step.
May God answer your prayers. So the next paper that I have seen you have written is, or you have collaborated on, basically is, if I'm right, effect of revived capsule on cardiovascular risk indices in male albino rat in relation to the duration of administration. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. What is this about?
So we're just looking at the cardiovascular risks in male albino rats and trying to compare them and human beings when we administer some form of medication to them.
Okay.
So I wasn't the original author for this. I just wrote 1 or 2 pages.
No, that's fine. Great, great, fantastic, fantastic. So, I mean, I can see you have some great ideas. I mean, going forward, you're already thinking about, I mean, what substitute do we have for surgeries and all that, and that's brilliant. I am so much impressed with how far you've come. I mean, Priscilla, and I've already told you backstage, but then again, I want to encourage you. You are doing amazingly well. Over these past 7 years, you have achieved greater things. And my prayer is that you rise higher and higher and higher. I pray that within a few years, the next, 7 years that I'll hear of you, you should be a global figure. And that is my prayer for you. So keep pushing, keep working hard. I don't know how you do it, how you multitask, a family woman, doing a PhD. You are working as well as a biomedical scientist. You're helping to run an NGO. Of course, the other things probably I don't know. There are a whole lot of things you are doing, and still you are very successful at that. It can only be God. It can be hard work as well. So I want to encourage you with the TDS team, with our viewers and everyone here. Keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing, and obviously God will guide you. I read something about you that you love to read, to cook, and to travel. Tell us about that. How do you combine all this with all that you do?
I love to travel. So
okay.
I don't like staying at the particular spots. So,
okay.
Yes. And then I just love to read, do more research, get to know things. And then cooking, I just love getting to cook new things, not my delicacy or not Ghanaian delicacy, just a different thing altogether. But I really love to travel. I just love going out to see a different thing I've never seen before.
So are these the 3 main things that save you from your hard day's work? I'm talking about these the hobbies or the things, extracurricular activities that keep you away from the busy schedules, or you have other things you want to share with us? We want to know
sleep.
Actually.
I sleep.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Of course, having lived in Ghana for not less than 4 years, can we agree on this platform? Of course, no one can hear you except myself, but you agree that Ghanaian jollof is the best. Is that right?
You want my parents to disown me? I'm not going to answer that question.
All right. We have the answer. So thank you. Thank you, Priscilla. I'm happy that you finally settled this for us once and for all. But thank you, Priscilla. I must say, it's been a pleasure having you. So viewers, if you just joined us, this is the Discovery Show, TDS TV. If you say the Discovery Show, you say yearn to learn. Our aim is to learn. And if nothing at all, you might be a biomedical scientist, or probably you know someone who's a biomedical scientist. I'm sure you're going to recommend this interview to the person. How, if in case they want to travel to the UK, the processes involved. So I'm sure you've learned something new. If nothing at all, you know there's someone who is making an impact in Ghana, in Nigeria, and other parts of West Africa. She's making impact in girl child, advocacy. She's making impact in terms of rural water project, a whole lot of other things. And she's a PhD student. She's a married woman. She's doing a whole lot of things. So the other part of this interview is to encourage you that you can still combine a lot of things and still be successful. The other part of it is that without her saying it, very much aware that she also trusts God, and she relies on God, very, very much, to ensure that God pushes her to wherever she's going. Don't think that we all started, or Priscilla started from a very wonderful place and all these things were already, cut out for her. She had to work at it. So don't feel discouraged wherever you find yourself. It might be that you are just yet to start at all, anything at all, but guess what? This is to motivate you that within 7 years, Priscilla, or let me even say 11 years, she has achieved a lot. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. A whole lot is coming. So be encouraged out there and trust that God will also take you to greater heights. So Priscilla, thank you so much for sitting with us. Do you have any final words? It could be anything you want to reiterate from the things you've said earlier, or you want to share something new with us. What are your final words to us?
I would say thank you for having me, and thank you for sending me mails and, and giving me time to respond as well. I am grateful. And also for the HCPC registration, if you want to contact me, just send me a message on Facebook and I'll be able to guide you through it and we'll give you the process on everything you need. And I'll use this opportunity to say thank you to my team, the Global Impact for Rural Innovation Foundation. You guys rock. You are the bedrock of this foundation, and I'm grateful that our path crossed. And we are also open to partnership, collaboration, and everything to impact lives. And finally, I want to say thank you to my husband because he's been the one pushing me. And I know after this interview, I'm going to get a lot of critics, but I don't mind. But he's been the one pushing me to go higher. And that is what I prayed for. And I think that is what I'm getting. So I want to say thank you to him for everything.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fachu, for being a very supportive husband. Keep doing what you are doing and keep doing more for Priscilla. And obviously, she's already grateful to you. Thank you so much, Mr. Fachu. And thanks, Priscilla, for sitting with us. Few more messages. My own sister, Arabella, says, amazing projects there. God bless you. God bless you too, Arabella. It's been a long time. Please do let me hear from you. It's been a very long time. Yeah, so this is all time will allow us. And except you have any other final words to say, but other than that, this is all time will allow us, Priscilla.
Don't give up. It's not easy anywhere, but when you persevere and people just come around that want to help you, that is how life is.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. So viewers, we owe it all to you. Thanks for spending your precious time, your data, and everything just to join us. Your comments, your likes, your feedback, as always, we are genuinely grateful. And we want to say, keep doing whatever you want to do. Keep pushing, never give up. If you trust God, keep trusting him and hope that he will take you to greater heights. Keep working hard, keep touching lives wherever you are in your own way. And we hope to come your way another time with another amazing interview on The Discovery Show. TDS TV, Yearn to Learn. And I have been your regular host, Precious Adadidiodu, ably produced by Mr. James Kwabena and sponsored by Henbeck 60 Hub. On this note, I take a bow and I say thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, viewers. God bless you. And Sunny Ahmad says, thank you, TDS, for the opportunity. May God reward you abundantly. Amen. And thank you. God reward you as well. And to all our viewers, God bless you. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. And thanks, Priscilla. Thanks and goodbye.
Bye.